I finally figured out how to consistently play well in Valorant, and I'm going to share with you guys exactly what I'm doing so that you can just copy me. If you're new here, I'm Tristan, and this is episode 9 of Silver to Diamond, a series where I document my climb to Diamond as a low elo player. If that sounds interesting to you, subscribe so you don't miss any episodes, and share it with a friend who you think would enjoy. I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's get right into it. Oh, and by the way, I just hit gold, so that's pretty hype. So the first step to maximizing your ranked games is warming up before you play. Warming up ensures that your mechanics are crispy before you enter a game. With all the different variables of a ranked Valorant game, including teammates, enemies, maps, and different agents, your mechanics are one of the factors you can actually control. Warming up prepares your arm and wrist muscles to perform the movements that they will be doing in-game, and it prepares your mind to be ready to play a game of Valorant. Rather than taking the first 10 minutes of the game to mentally and physically warm up and potentially throw the first few rounds, why not just take 10 extra minutes beforehand so you are at 100% on round 1? You know that if you lose pistol, your teammates are going to vote to surrender already, so why not be locked in so you can dominate the pistol round and have the enemy typing GG in all chat and voting to FF instead? The mental game of Valorant is huge, and with how weak people's mentals are, winning the first couple of rounds can single-handedly win you the game. Now, I know there are some high-level players like Asuna and Android that don't warm up and can still dominate in Radiant lobbies, but these guys have absurd amounts of hours in the game and they've practiced so much that they can make it work. But since you're probably a hard-stuck low elo player, I promise you that warming up will not hurt you as long as you're not warming up for way too long. It's been working for me, so I'll show you what I've been doing. First thing I do is practice my moving and shooting. I do bursts of 2, 3, and 4 bullets and strafe in between them and make sure that all the lines in the shooting graph are yellow. I do this for like 30 seconds to a minute, then I go over to the bots and just shoot them to practice micro adjustments. I do this for another 30 seconds to a minute, then I do the medium bots with the sheriff, and I go for 25, but I don't really care what score I get. I used to make myself get 25 before moving on, but then I would focus too much on the score and it would piss me off if I couldn't get it. So now I literally just do it once and I don't care what the score is. After this, I practice peeking with a sage wall. I go from both sides 2 to 3 times until the wall breaks each time. The last range drill I do is eliminate 50 with strafing on, and I try to be as efficient as possible with my moving and micro adjustments and try to complete this in less than 110 seconds. After this, I play 2 DMs where I focus on proper peaks and good crosshair placement, and then I hop into comp. Now, I want to note that you shouldn't just blindly copy my warm-up or anybody else's. Your warm-up should be catered to you and it should focus on your weaknesses. So you should figure out what you're bad at and then you can take other people's drills that address those weaknesses. If you are bad at everything, just pick one and start with that. Then move to something else once it becomes a strength. Also, you should not be warming up for more than like 20 to 30 minutes. Remember, it's a warm-up, not training. You shouldn't be spending all of your energy and focus warming up because you need to save most of that energy and focus for your actual games. So keep that in mind as well while trying to construct your own warm-up. Remember, everyone is different, so you need to find what works for you. If you can only warm up for 5 minutes, then just warm up for 5 minutes. Then, after 2 weeks, increase it to 10 minutes. Just find what works. It might take a bit of experimentation, but I promise you, it will be worth it. Now, the second step to maximizing your rank games is to lock in and play with confidence. Now, warming up will already give you some confidence because you know that you've prepared for the game. The next thing you can do, which I only recently started doing, is visualization and manifestation. Now, I know you're thinking, oh no, not the hippie bullshit. But just try it out for yourself. Basically, write down some positive things that you want to happen in your games. Like, I play insane every game and I always top frag. Or, I never tilt and I have the strongest mental in the lobby. And then, before every game you play, you want to read these to yourself and then visualize it actually happening as well. I got this technique from Animalistics' video on mentality, so I'll link the video in the description so you guys can check it out. Alright, now that your mind is prepped and ready to perform, you're ready to play. Now, as soon as the game starts, you need to make sure that 100% of your focus is on what you are currently doing in the game. Not on your phone, not listening to music, not typing in all chat, not getting tilted when your teammates don't do what you want them to do. No. All of it has to be on the present moment in the game. That's how you actually lock in. Locking in means that you block out all the noise and stay focused on being present. Now, this is not easy, and you will probably be bad at it at first, and that's okay. Your main goal should be to focus on focusing, if that makes sense. Whenever you notice yourself getting tilted or frustrated, take a deep breath and refocus yourself. This takes some practice, but if you focus on it, you will start to notice it happening and you can quickly readjust your state of mind. I promise you, this works if you learn how to do it. I literally changed my match history from looking like this to looking like this, and in all my hours of playing Valorant, I have never had so many good, consistent games in a row, and I have never achieved this level of skill and confidence in the game. I have actually transformed into a new player, and I promise you, you can do the same thing. Now, locking in and playing with confidence go hand in hand. Once you have locked in and you are entirely focused on the present moment, you will notice yourself playing insane, and that will make your confidence go up. Now, no matter what happens in the game, it doesn't matter if you whiff your whole magazine or if you lose 5 rounds in a row, you need to maintain that exact same level of confidence throughout the entirety of the game. Do not play scared and timid. If you are going to take a gunfight, believe with 1000% certainty that you are going to win that gunfight. Believe during every second of the match that you are so much better than every player in the lobby and that you are smurfing on them. Now, the key is to keep this up no matter what happens. If you miss a shot or a teammate says something mean to you, you cannot let it affect you and cause you to lose focus. Do not waste any energy focusing on anything that will hinder you from winning the game. This includes dwelling over past rounds or past mistakes, yelling at teammates for making a bad play, typing to the enemy team, reading the enemy team's chats, getting frustrated and tilted, telling yourself you suck. None of that. The only thing that should be going on in your head is, what can I do in this current moment to give my team the best possible chance of winning this round? If you die, you can reflect on what you could have done better to make sure it doesn't happen again in the game. But as soon as the next round starts, you should completely forget the last round even happened. Now, in order to answer that question, there's one final step needed to maximize your performance in ranked games, and that is to have one focus on attack and one focus on defense. Right now, since I play ISO, my focus on attack is to play with my team, be the second one in during site executes, and take space and entry frag for my team. On defense, my focus is to unpredictably and aggressively take space and look to flank if they have no trips. To find a good focus for yourself, I would just look up the agent or role that you play and learn what the goal of that agent or role actually is. Then, based on that information, create some goals for yourself. Having these focuses allows me to easily make decisions, as I just base all of my decisions off of these two goals. I can save a lot of focus and brain power because it's really easy to answer questions such as, should I flank? Should I lurk or go with my team? Should I push out here? Having these sort of guidelines and somewhat protocols help to simplify the game and allows you to narrow your focus so you don't get overwhelmed and lost. Remember, we all have limited energy and focus, and wasting it on simple decisions means it gets taken away from more important things such as taking gunfights. Now, obviously, there are always going to be exceptions to the rules, and general rules like these are not going to apply in situations such as a 1v3 clutch. But having focuses like these will help you simplify the game, allowing you to have the brain power and focus to actually win those unwinnable scenarios. Alright, that's it guys. It's pretty simple. Follow these 3 steps and I guarantee you will see improvements. From one hard stuck player to another, I promise you it works. And trust me, I know what it means to be hard stuck. Anyways, please actually implement these tips. I cannot stress how life-changing this actually is. I promise you, just try it. But that's going to wrap up this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you actually try this out, which you better, comment how it's going down below. As always, if anyone has any constructive criticism for my Valorant gameplay or these videos, I would greatly appreciate it. If this video helped you in any way, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone else so it can help them too. But anyways, take care of yourselves, keep grinding, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Stand aside. My ult is
I got Viper.
no distraction. Contract complete.
My ultimate is ready.
Destabilized.
Enemy remaining.
Got 3. Watch. It's close.